Biggs at work. 5 base on balls, 21 strikeouts with a 1-1 record. Not very big, but looks like he's got some pretty fair velocity on a fastball that's going to tail in on the right-handers. He will face Cannon Barney, Biggs Northrop, and Peyton Ingram. Looks like they're starting Biggs Northrop. Eric Baker says he's going to go with him as far as he can. He comes in with 95, so he's got 15 pitches left to go. See if they can get a good start here from Biggs. A tough wrap-around wind-up motion. Got a pretty good curveball here as I'm watching Brecken Shepherd. So we're scheduled for 7 here. Coach, what happens here? Let me see your bracket over there. And so the winner of this game will go on to play Duchesne at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then the winner of that game will go on and play Kanab. Will have to beat him twice. The loser goes home. So pretty simple at this stage. Play will start tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. So be on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. If one of our teams is there, it's either, we will be. Kanab will be one of the teams there. The 10 o'clock game, we'll just wait to see here. It'll be also on V6 Media, Team Hive, .live, and KSL Sports. So whatever you choose to watch or listen to, that's where we'll be. A lot of different options. Tonight we are using all 4, V6, Team Hive, and KSL Sports. So, Cannon Barney stepping in against Brecken Shepherd. Cannon, a .354 hitter with 22 driven in, coming into the tournament. First pitch, got shadows, going to be a little bit of a problem here for a little bit. And the sun to the left side of the infield. Cannon squares around, pulls it back, takes strike 1.
Yeah, Cannon, good leadoff hitter here for South Sevier. Trying to get things started.
Next pitch, upstairs for ball 1. Yep, pretty soon here we'll give you a kind of a rundown that my partner here got on the pitchers available for each team. Next pitch, bounces.
Yeah, and this is the first time we've seen Brecken Shepherd so far in, in any of the games for Grand, including yesterday or today.
So he's going to have a fresh 110. To 1 pitch on its way. Cannon, another one bounces just like one. That's the first time I've really seen balls bounce like that today.
Yeah, Coach Baker telling him, hey, be smart, be a good hitter right here, 3-1 count. And you actually see Coach Baker, he's kind of blocking the sun with his right arm down there at third base.
Yeah. Next pitch, right there for strike 2. That brings the count full. Cannon steps out, takes a couple swings, takes a look at the bat. It's straight, it's green. He's ready to roll. Full count, here's the pitch. Whoop.
It looked like maybe Brecken Shepherd was going to try to quick pitch him, and Cannon Barney, and that's what the umpire's telling him, hey, you got to wait for me, because he stepped in the box, and here he came, and Cannon quickly called time, and the umpire gave it to him.
Brecken Shepherd, just a junior. All right, here's the pitch. Oh, that gets Barney in the middle of the back. So the first freebie going to be given up by the Grand County Red Devils. On the hit by pitch, umpires go out there and talk to the young right-hander. That'll bring up Biggs Northrop. Biggs came into the tournament hitting .442 with 9 home runs, 32 runs driven in. Cannon Barney has 6 stolen bases to start the tournament. I think he's picked up a couple.
Yeah, and this is kind of one of those revenge games. South Sevier went to Grand in that 4-team pod down at Grand that Grand hosted. It was South Sevier beating Parowan 14-3 and Grand beating Water Canyon 25-1, and then it was Grand beating South Sevier 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th.
First pitch to Biggs is upstairs for ball 1. We'll have to get back and look at the pitching duels in that when we get a chance to develop that.
Yeah, Coach Baker going through the signs here.
Cannon Barney, a good lead. He's staying home. Ball 2.
That's one thing you can't do to this South Sevier team. We seen them earlier this week, Tuesday, at home versus Monticello, and really got their bats going. They have the ability to put up a lot of runs in a hurry if you don't throw strikes and get ahead of them.
And we've seen the same for the Grand County when they come to bat. The 2-0 pitch stays away for ball 3.
Well, Grand got a great outing out of Kalen Bowden. He was able to go the distance last game, and so they haven't had to use a lot of pitchers.
Yeah, he went 109, according to the tally we've got. Next pitch. Oh, going to find the corner for strike 1. Whole automatic.
Yeah, Biggs Northrop, he kind of hesitated. He knew it, but then he decided, oh, maybe they're going to call it a ball, and the umpire waited till he took a couple steps towards first and then called it.
So the next pitch, curveball. Going to catch the corner for strike 2.
And if Brecken Shepherd can get that same pitch right there that he's thrown the last 2 times, if he can start to throw that consistently at any spot in the count, he's going to be effective.
But you don't want to leave it up too high to somebody like Biggs Northrop. There's just fastball. That's hit right at the third baseman. Trey Short's going to go to second for 1. Get the first out there, but Biggs Northrop will be safe on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, this Grand defense, that's one thing that, we talked about as we've watched them is they're defensively, they're probably as good as any team here in this 2A baseball state tournament.
Yep. Peyton Ingram, 405, 2 home runs, 19 driven in. Looking to take the first pitch from Brecken Shepherd. First pitch, curveball.
Yeah, good looking pitch. First pitch strike. Peyton Ingram, a dangerous hitter.
I think Jason McKinney's go out and talk to him about where he's leaving that pitch at.
I think exactly right. He's like, hey, that was a great pitch, way to get ahead, but you got away with one right there as Peyton Ingram let that go. Most hitters aren't going to be swinging. First pitch curveball.
One out. Biggs Northrop at first base for the South Sevier Rams. We're in the top of the first inning, scheduled for 7. Next pitch. That's hit right towards the shortstop. Up. Bobbles the first one, so they're going to get the 1.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen Bisco not field anything just cleanly. He's done a great job at shortstop, but he still stays with it and has enough time to flip it over to the second baseman and get the out over to Ian Ellis.
That'll bring up Canyon Okerlund, third base tonight. 333 hitter with 5 driven in. So right on right here. Canyon Okerlund is one of them that will go first pitch, so you're going to have to be careful leaving a curveball up there. Behind tied on that curveball.
Yeah, Coach Baker running through the signs. Peyton Ingram, a good base runner out there, has the ability to steal a base.
And stolen a couple. Ball's fouled back here towards us. Peyton, the catcher for Coach Eric Baker, sometimes lifted for the courtesy runner. And they don't just go whole hog. They play it fairly conservative, looking for the bats to do the talking for them. Next pitch, that's hit towards the center fielder. That's going to drop. Boom, it bobbled, and Peyton Ingram held up.
Yeah, and it's okay that he held up right there. You'd rather have him safely at second base with 2 outs versus maybe risking it and getting thrown out at third base to end an inning, especially with the dangerous Riker Freeman coming up.
Yeah, Riker Freeman's been swinging a hot bat of late. Came in the tournament hitting 270 with 12 driven in. We've seen him hit 3 home runs over the last week.
Yeah, and Canyon Okerlund seems to stay hot, too, as he continues this inning.
So the first pitch, Brecken Shepherd. Freeman, a good curveball hitter. He hits that right at the shortstop. Got that on the line drive, so the L6 will end the inning. No runs on one hit, no errors, and 3 runners. No, 1 runner left on base. After a half inning, it's South Sevier scoreless with Grand County coming to bat. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Ross's Pizza and Pasta Buffet is now open in Ridgefield. Come in today and experience an awesome salad bar and pasta choices with 12 different premium pizzas, breadsticks, ice cream, and bottomless drinks. Oh yeah, and it's all you can eat. Ross's Pizza and Pasta Buffet is now open at 1475 North Main in Ridgefield with lots of convenient parking and quick in and out all-you-can-eat buffet-style dining. That's Ross's Pizza and Pasta all-you-can-eat buffet, open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the North I-70 exit in Ridgefield.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
In the beginning, glass repair meant a long trip to the city. Inconvenient, but it got the job done. Then came the big chains, quick but costly. Then Clear Sight Glass Solutions rolled into town. For 15 years, they've been making your life easier with mobile and in-shop services. Because they're local, and they genuinely care about keeping you safe on the road. They even recalibrate for new models. Visit them on Main Street or at clearsightglasssolutions.com. Keep it clear, keep it local with Clear Sight Glass Solutions in Nephi.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Your source for high school sports.
KSVC.
Okay, we're back to Utah Valley University and UCCU Ballpark, 2A state baseball elimination game. South Sevier versus Grand County. South Sevier came up scoreless in their top half. Two different schools of thought on the pitching. Coach Eric Baker is going to bring back Biggs Northup after throwing 95 pitches this morning to get the win. And they're going to go in and exhaust him. On the other hand, Coach Carroll bringing in a seldom used Brecken Shepherd.
Yeah, exactly. Coach Baker recognizes that Biggs threw really well. They got to win this one to continue on, and they want to keep him, where he's already been out there on the mound and get a good start to this game, and then he'll go to the bullpen, which he's got, I believe it's Jax Christiansen down there warming up, which we saw him on Tuesday.
Yep, the left-hander, if I remember right. Yep. So, leading things off, Ian Ellis at second base this game. Last base, first pitch he saw, he deposited over the Wolves crossing fence out there in left field. First pitch from Biggs is a curveball, strike one.
Yeah, good pitch and a good way to start this game. You mentioned it, Ian Ellis is capable. We've seen it already, and good pitch to get ahead right there.
Yeah, another curveball. Ian Ellis, 471 hitter. 2 home runs to start. We know he got the third. Go ahead and put that down. 15 driven in. 0-2. Biggs challenges him up and out. But,
Coach Baker would love to see Biggs get through this one and even be able to start the second inning. So he needs to be able to attack the strike zone, make these grand hitters swing the bat.
That's lifted to the right-hand side. Is that going to stay playable? It did, but Peyton Ingram could not find it, couldn't get to him. Peyton Ingram.
Yeah, he had about a foot to go, and it's right as you enter the dugout there, and it's their first base dugout. I'm sure his players were talking to him and everything else, but he just come up about a foot shy of catching that one.
So new life for Ian Ellis. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, way outside. That was the 5th pitch, so he used up a third of his pitch count on this first hitter.
Well, Grand, you know, these coaches, they keep track. They know what everybody's doing as far as the pitches and how many pitches they have left. And I'm sure that was the talk coming in is, hey, South Sevier's going to go with Biggs Northrop. He's got 15 pitches left. Let's make him work out there on the mound and throw a lot of pitches early on in this game.
Oh, that one's lifted to the right side. That's not Riker Freeman out there. That's
Cannon Barney.
So the F9 for out 1. So Cannon Barney. Riker's in left or in center field.
Yeah, that's going to bring up Jason McKinney. McKinney, we've seen him
behind the plate. Yeah.
He's done a great job behind the plate, but he's kind of struggled against Duchesne. He was 0 for 4, and then earlier today against San Juan, he did draw 2 walks, but was 0 for 2.
So the first pitch is outside. Pitch number 8 right there. Jason McKinney came in with a .431 average with 18 driven in to start the tournament. Next one, going to catch the corner. Good curveball there. Like we say, we talk about that wrap-around wind-up. Biggs Northrop, very tough, and especially coming out of the shadows like that. That's going to find a hole in the 5-6 hole for the first hit of the ballgame for Grand County.
Yeah, that's going to get Jason McKinney his first hit here at UVU. He's been looking for it, and a nice job getting that one through the 5-6 hole.
So 5 more pitches. This may be the last.
Well, and that's going to bring on Weston Jones to come in and run for the catcher, McKinney. Weston Jones comes in with 5 stolen bases.
Peyton Ingram's quick, got a good arm, pretty accurate. Well, they report the runner. Tatum Biscoe will step in, a .440 hitter, 4 home runs, 32 driven in, so you got to be careful here. Big Northrop, first pitch. Way outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Tatum Biscoe earlier in the game against San Juan, he was 0 for 3 with a walk.
He's a good shortstop. Next pitch, hit right up the middle. It's going to get through.
Yeah, and they're not going to test Riker Freeman and try to get first to third as he come in and fielded that one cleanly. But Coach Carroll wisely holding up Weston Jones there at second base. Riker Freeman, the strong arm out in center field.
Yep, pitch number 12. So in all likelihood, this will be the last hitter. Trace York, a .364 hitter, 3 home runs, 26 driven in. That curveball stays away for ball 1. The 1-0. Fouled off right back here towards us.
Yeah, kind of a late swing that time from Trace York because he didn't get a good read on that pitch and kind of swung late, fouled it straight back. But back-to-back singles have runners at first and second here in the top of the first or bottom of the first inning.
Next pitch, curveball stays away, brings the count 2-1.
Yeah, and he'll be able to finish this batter, but this will be it.
Yeah, that was pitch 15 right there. Goes ball 3, 3-1.
Yeah, he wants to get him right here. Maybe even see if he can't get a ground ball double play end this inning.
Steps off. Steps back on. York steps back in. We're ready to resume play. Here's the pitch. We'll call strike 2 on that pitch out there that been kind of the oddball.
Yeah, and Trace York thought he'd drawn a walk right there, but that was fastball on the outside part of the plate. Nice job, Biggs Northrop coming back and getting it in there to make the count go full. You hate to turn over to whoever's coming in next. We think it's going to be Christiansen, but you hate to turn over loaded bases to him.
Strike 3. So he's going to turn it over to him with 2 outs. So Biggs Northrop gets the strikeout. But Coach, they're going to be making a pitch and change here. So while we've tried to figure out what other things are going to change, because Biggs Northrop will definitely stay in the ballgame. We'll go back to the studio. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
At UC
Freeman and
No, he's got the glove on the wrong hand.
Freeman's actually going to go to right field and Barney to left field.
Well, they shook them all up. So the first pitch to Jax Christiansen, or from Jax Christiansen, is ball 1.
And actually good timing if you're Coach Baker. You bring the lefty in to face the hot-hitting left-handed bat, Jackson Carroll.
Next pitch, swing and a miss on the curveball.
Yeah, and this will be big because Jackson Carroll, like I said, he swung the bat really well. Last game he was 2 for 3 with a triple and an RBI and then a single.
So the 1-1 on its way. Another curveball going to get the corner. Strike 2.
Yeah, we saw Jax on Tuesday, and he looked pretty good on Tuesday as well, and he's coming in just pounding the strike zone.
Next pitch. That's that curveball. Carroll was willing to wear it, but it hooked at the last minute for ball 2.
Yeah, just left it up and out of the zone.
2-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So first strikeout for Jack Christiansen, the first batter he faces. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and there were 2 runners left on. So after 1 complete inning of play, it's 0-0. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
This is Central Utah sports leader, KSBC.
Okay, we're back. UCCU Ballpark, Utah Valley University, and got a 0-0 ball game going into the top of the first, or top of the second. We'll get it straight here. Cameron Hesse, Brace Brindley, Jagger Red will face Brecken Shepherd. got himself out of a jam in the first inning. Cameron Hesse comes in with a 348 average. 13 driven in. Right on right battle here. First pitch. Drops there for strike one.
Yeah, we saw that the last inning, Brecken Shepherd kind of finished the way he started right there. That first pitch, he really dialed in that curveball, able to throw that for a strike, and it's been a huge difference for him out there on the mound.
Cameron Hesse with the inside out swing on one down and in.
Hey, that made it in the shed.
Did it?
In the shed.
Huh. Got a maintenance shed down there just behind the bullpen down the first base line.
Yeah, bounced in. That's a tough job right there.
0-2. Yep, fouls it off back behind again to waste another pretty good pitch from Brecken Shepherd. Been kind of impressed. Kid not very big, but he's got the good curveball. He's been able to throw it for strikes.
Well, it's because last game for Grand, they threw their big I'm not sure if he's 6'5", 6'6", but he's up there in Kalen Bowden, and he threw really well.
He's got to be at least 6'6", standing out there at first base. Because we saw that one kid, King or whatever. Lane Berry. This big kid, 6'3", 6'4", and he's at least 2-3 inches taller than him. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball stays up. Didn't get any good break. Couldn't get on top of that one.
Nope, stayed up like you said. He just didn't get on top of it. Need to really bend the back and throw downhill the best he can. But you don't want to leave too many pitches up in the zone.
Next one.
Cameron Hesse's able to, get one that's left up. He can hit it in the gap easy and get extra base hit out of it.
Got some bugs flying around our center field camera out there. The Millers are at work. Next pitch. That's driven into the center field. That's going to drop for a base hit.
Yeah, that's going to even the hits on the board as South Sevier gets their second base hit. And a good at-bat from Cameron Hesse to battle right there. Didn't need to do anything extra, just shorten up, put the ball in play, finds a hole out there.
That'll bring up Brace Brindley, 284 hitter, 3 home runs, 22 driven in. Shortstop today for Coach Eric Baker. He can hit the ball to all fields. Does like that pitch up and in, though. They're playing him to pull that way. Straight away in center and right. Takes that first pitch, curveball.
He tried to go with it, tried to go the right way. That's what you want to do. You can't pull that pitch. He tried to stay in, go get it. There's a runner at first base, so you've got Bowden holding the runner. That's going to create a lot bigger gap, too. If he can find that pitch out there over the plate again and drive it that way, really make a difference.
So the 0-1 going to stay upstairs. Makes the count 1-1. Long day at the ball field. 4 good baseball games. This is the 4th of 4. What we predict to be another good ball game. That's hit slowly towards the second baseman. He bobbles the ball. And ain't going to be able to come up. I don't see that much out of the Grand County defense, but there's the first error of the ball game. That's going to go to Grand County Red Devils.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We saw Tatum Biscoe bobble one earlier in that first inning at shortstop, but he had enough time to flip it to second base, and this time it was the second baseman, Ian Ellis, bobbling it and unable to pick it up and make a play either at second or first base. And so South Sevier runners at first and second, no out, with Jagger Red coming to the plate.
See if they decide to play a little small ball here. Jagger Red, 247 with 20 driven in. We did see him either attempt or to lay down a bunt in the earlier ball game.
And you might see it here again because you got a hot-hitting Payson Mitchell on deck, and then you're right back at the top of the order. And Jagger Red handles the bat pretty well up there. We saw him get aggressive in his last couple at-bats, and, in that first game he was 1 for 2 with a walk.
So the first pitch to Jagger Red. Lays that down, gets it right at the pitcher. Comes up, gets the force out at first.
Yeah, and that's all he needed to do.
Yep.
Move the runners, and now you got Cannon Barney at the top. followed by Biggs Northrop and Peyton Ingram. So great job, great execution, moving those two runners. Get a chance to get your team the lead here.
So Payson Mitchell, 284 hitter with 15 driven in. He'll step to the plate. Good execution of the bunt there. First pitch to Mitchell. Gets by. That's going to score the first run of the ball game.
Well, there you go. You move the runners and they advance and 90 feet closer, and then a pressure on pitcher and catcher. And ball, you're not going to see too many get past McKinney, but that one goes to the backstop, and South Sevier gets the lead and moves up another 90 feet.
We've seen some strange things. We've seen some pitches bounce like we haven't seen them thus far in the tournament. And that one just skipped right by, so I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, and that might be. I think maybe he was playing for that to come up, and it stayed low, and like you said, just skipped right to the backstop. But that's great execution, and we've seen that throughout the tournament, but especially today, the little things paying off for these teams that are executing.
Yep, the error just cost them. See if they can get by without it costing any more. That's going to hit right at the second. Nope, there's another error. Second error of the inning. Another E4. Makes it 2-0.
Yeah, Payson Mitchell hit that ball really hard, and when the infield's in already and he's trying to look up to see if that runner's going, he's got to hurry. Just misses it, lets it get under his glove, and another.
You got to come up just expecting to throw it home, and then if it ain't there, you got time, ball hit like that to go to first.
But that's what I mean. You put pressure on because of situations, and situational hittings came up big right here for South Sevier in this inning so far.
Payson Mitchell with 3 stolen bases on the season. The curveball there stays upstairs for ball one. Ball one. Cannon Barney standing in, basing balls, and was erased on the fielder's choice at second base. 354 hitter. Lifts that one to the right side. That could be trouble. Second baseman going out. He wanting to make some amends and make a play there. So the P4 is out number 2.
You can see the relief on him right there. Just glad he made that catch, and tells everybody too. But that happens. I don't know of anybody that's never made an error, and South Sevier's taking advantage of it.
Trying to do something just to get the monkey off your back. That brings up Biggs Northrop. The first base occupied. They're going to have to pitch to him. Biggs the leading hitter on the ball club. Boy, and he turns on one that's Eric Baker tried to sell that one, but goes foul.
He sold one in the first game on a runner sliding into third that was safe, and like you said, he was really pointing and hoping that would have skipped over the bag, but it was just foul.
So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runs across in the inning. Biggs Northrop, 442 hitter, 9 home runs on the season. Way outside, good pickup there by McKinney. Pitching pretty careful to him.
Yeah. Baker running through the signs. You might see Mitchell try to take off right here. Maybe give him a little bit of head start, something in a gap, get him to score.
Yeah. Reckon Shepard pretty slow to the plate. Yeah. Could sped it up that time, but left it down.
Well, he throws a lot of curveballs too, right? Just like that one. It was in the dirt and not able to catch it cleanly. McKinney back there, so it makes it tough on your catcher to be able to just block it, but then be able to pick it up and throw runners out.
Yeah, would have been a good pitch to run on. 2 balls, 1 strike. Timeout call at the plate.
Left field playing a little deeper. Pretty much straight up in center and right as far as distance.
Strike 2.
Yeah, this left side of the grand infield, third baseman York back, and even Bisco back on the edge of the grass there at shortstop.
So 2-2. 2 outs. Big Northrop at the plate. Comes the pitch, curveball. There goes the runner. Pitch is up, throw is up. Stolen base for Payson Mitchell, and a full count to Biggs Northrop.
Yeah, now you got another runner in scoring position. Biggs Northrop, you don't need the big hit. You just need a base hit, and that should score the runner.
Base hit, ball forward, what you're looking for right here. A lot of room in right center field. Kicks ball 4. So, first base on ball is given up by Brecken Shepherd. Unless I missed something somewhere else. No, Peyton Ingram. 405 hitter, 2 home runs. Got on the fielder's choice. First pitch to Ingram. Runners at first and second. Upstairs, up. Fouled off to the right-hand side. Check 1.
Yeah, Ingram aggressive in the count right there. Realizes the situation, knows he's got to get his pitch and be able to hit it hard, try to get a base hit. Need that 2-out clutch base hit to score a runner.
The pitch. That's it. Just gets over the head. That's going to go a long ways. That's going to score 2. Biggs Northrop on a horse. Good speed there. Stand-up double.
Yeah, and that one was just a nice, smooth swing from Peyton Ingram. Like I said, he didn't try to do too much, just really squared up, hits it in that right center field gap on the line about 3 feet above Ian Ellis's glove there at second base, and gets into right field, and both runners on the base score, and Peyton Ingram finds himself at second base with a stand-up double and picks up 2 RBIs.
I've got a conference at the mound. That'll give me a chance to catch my book up. I got a little bit ahead of myself there.
Yeah, South Sevier coming in this game with a little bit of revenge. They felt like they missed an opportunity at Grand. They were leading that one 4-1 going into the 7th, and then lose that one 5-4, so they get a chance to play them again here at Utah Valley. We talked about the bracket. The winner of this one will turn around and play Duchesne tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
Yep. Canyon Okerlund, a 333 hitter. Waiting for the pitch from Brecken Shepherd. Stays upstairs for ball 1. Got Peyton Ingram out at second base. 4 runs across in the inning on 2 hits and 2 errors.
And Canyon Okerlund looking to stay perfect at the plate. He's already got a single. Looking to get another one and a chance for an RBI.
That's hit towards the right-hand side. That may get over the head. Good running catch over the shoulder by Brandon Altoff for the F9 and out number 3. But South Sevier comes up with 4 runs. They do it on 2 hits. There were 2 errors in the inning, and there was 1 runner left on base. So after 1.5, 4-0 with Grand County coming to bat in the bottom of the 2nd on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Mason Machinery has MacDon's M1240 windrower that offers cab features to keep operators safe, comfortable, and productive all day long, including Ultra Glide cab suspension, a high-back multi-adjustable air ride seat, Bluetooth radio, warning beacons, and a fully adjustable steering column. The deluxe option takes it further with heated vented leather seating, power mirrors, and a 360-degree night vision to keep you cutting along after the sun sets. The M1240 is the next level of harvesting performance. Ask Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora about an M1240 for your operation.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on
KSVC.
Okay, Jax Christiansen on to go for his second inning of work. He'll face JT Dowd, Braden Altoff, and Brecken Shepard. 5 pitches come in and shut the door on the rally in the bottom of the first for Grand County. They find themselves down 4-0 coming into the bottom of the second.
Leading off for Grand County, number 3, JT Dowd.
JT Dowd, a 364 hitter, 16 runs driven in. Batting from the right-hand side.
Yeah, Dowd in this last game was 2 for 3, had 2 singles.
It's curved ball, stays outside for ball 1.
And Dowd, both those singles that he hit were hit hard too.
Next, right there on the outside corner for strike 1. Good spot. If he can keep hitting that one, he's going to be tough, especially if he can dial in that curveball then down and in.
Yeah, Jax Christiansen, just a sophomore. Been impressed with him. Throwing from the left-hand side, he's got good stuff. Got good velocity. Got good movement on that fastball and that really good curveball.
2 balls, 1 strike. Next one. They're saying no, he didn't go. Well, that pitch has been called a strike off and on today as well. So,
hey, behind right now 3-1, but you got to challenge the hitter, make him swing the bat, earn his way on base. Don't give him any help and walk him.
Well, he wasn't listening, Coach.
Nope.
So that's the first base on balls given up by Jax Christiansen.
How about number 2, Braden Altoff.
Braden Altoff, 354 hitter, 13 runs driven in from the right-hand side. He's in right field for Coach Carroll. First pitch. Hit to the right side. That's going to get down for the base hit. Good pickup out there. Get that ball in and hurry. They're going to send him home. And all the throws way offline.
Yeah, it's going to get Grand fired up as they, get on the board and battle back right here. South Sevier got 4 in the top of the second. Now Grand trying to match that here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, the errant throw allows him to move to third base, score the run, 1 hit, get a run, a hit, and an error all on the same at bat.
Number 0, Brecken Shepard.
Yep, good pickup there by Peyton Ingram on 1 down and in. Save a second run. Ball 1 to Brecken Shepard. Brecken has an opportunity to help his own cause here. That's hit towards the third baseman up. Reached the ball. Andy Okerlund couldn't come up with it clean, so the E5, but the run does not score. Stays there, second error in the inning.
Yeah, no outs, so Coach Carroll choosing to keep him right there at third base. No chances taken, and now first and third.
First and third, nobody out. 1 run across in the inning. Big Kalen Bowden. 317 hitter, 13 runs driven in. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, just got to keep throwing if you're Jax Christiansen. Just keep doing what you do out there. This is going to be one of those games. It's not going to be the 2-1, 1-0, 4-0 you know, it's going to be a team that continues to hit throughout this whole game, adds runs every inning.
Swing and a miss by Bowden. 1-1's the count. Nobody out. Good start to the inning for the Grand Canyon Red Devils. Nope. One on the hands. Fouls that off. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you can see Coach Carroll as he's giving the signs, telling the runner there at first base, make sure that, you know, hard on the ground, you freeze on that line drive, don't get doubled up.
That ball's just poked in the air. First baseman come across to get that. That's Jagger Red.
Yeah, nice play. Jagger Red just coming in, taking charge, calling that one. Gets the first out.
P3. Every position on the field has a number. Pitcher 1, catcher 2, first to third, 3, 4, 5, shortstop 6, outfield left to right, 7, 8, and 9. The P3 is a pop up to the first baseman. Back to the top of the lineup, Ian Ellis, dangerous hitter. Curve ball right there, strike 1.
Yeah, Ian Ellis, and you can guarantee, Willie, this at-bat, he's going to try to make up for a couple of those errors out there at second base.
Pitch, another curve balls. Boy, to me, it looked like that was the exact same location. That was called a ball.
Yeah, and Ellis laid off it.
Comes back with the hard one. Chris Jansen wanted that one. Yeah. I'm not sure where it is myself.
Just missed down, but if he can get a ground ball, something up the middle, give his infielders there a chance to roll the double play, get out of this inning.
Right there. Strike 2. You can't argue with that one. I might have run down there and tackled old Blue myself on that one.
Yeah, and South we're going to call time, send their pitching coach out. And I'm not sure if they would just want to talk over the first, third situation right here in case the runner decides to go. Maybe they notice something with Jack Christensen, maybe trying to make sure that he's not tipping pitches by any means to these hitters.
Well, it was a short conference. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's the 1 out. Got runners at first and third. 1 run across for Grand County here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, umpire just making sure the official scorekeepers note the mound visit.
Two pitch on its way. Curveball. They're going to have to hurry. They're not going to get him.
No, just kind of a check swing, infield single as Payson Mitchell came in charging hard, but just hit too slow as he was playing back for that double play, and no chance to get the infield single and an RBI for Ian Ellis.
So 2 runs across. That'll bring up Jason McKinney. He singled his first time up. 4-2 ball game here. 1 out. Bottom of the second. Runners at first and second. Jack's Chris Jansen. Curveball stays outside. Reckon Shepard had looked like he was going to take off. Pulled up. Curveball stays up. Did not get on top of that one. That was kind of just a sidearm. A little different.
Yeah. Umpires call time so that Ian Ellis can tie his shoe there at first base.
Yeah, I got to take a slide mid off to do it. So, 2-0 pitch. There goes the runner. And no chance. Jack Christiansen way too slow to the.
Yeah, Peyton Ingram just, decides not to throw it. So now first and third for Grand here with 1 out.
Second for 1, first for 2.
Got it.
So the run does not count. We got Ellis at second for second out. 6, 4, 3. Double play. pitcher's best friend. So they do come up with 2 runs, though. They do it on 2 hits. There were 2 errors in the inning, and there were 1 runner left on base because the runner did not count.
Fort Bend County
So
the second inning. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors.
They show 3. Well, one of them was an error. So, all right, we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSLSports.com.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
At CVMC Medical Clinics, our growing team of physicians and advanced providers are shaping what rural health care can be. With an array of specialties available in world-class orthopedic medicine, our footprint is always expanding to ensure our personalized approach is reaching as many as possible. Familiar faces and expert knowledge, all of our locations can offer your family full-spectrum care in one place. Available in Nephi, Santaquin, and Fountain Green. CVMC is the place where healthcare is made personal.
Unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Just a reminder, Albee Lumber in Manti and Monroe custom manufactures trusses to order. Give them a call if you need a quote on trusses for your building project, large or small. Albee has architectural shingles on sale, plus great deals on Trex decking. Need power tools? Albee Lumber has a full line of power tools at great prices right now. Come in and check the sale items with new deals every week at Albee Lumber in Manti and Monroe, where the wood is good and so is the hardware.
And welcome back to Utah Valley University, UCCU ballpark. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. South Sevier leading this one over Grand 4-2. It's going to be Riker Freeman. That ball's hit to center field. Looks like that's going to get over Carroll, and it's going to be in there fielded by the right fielder. He's going to throw that one all the way in, and it's going to be Riker Freeman. He slides, he doesn't need to, but he's in there with a triple to start this inning off. And Cameron Hesse will be coming to the plate, so a nice piece of hitting as Riker Freeman takes first pitch and hits that one deep to center field, continues to swing a hot bat. Braden Altoff, the right fielder, able to quickly get it and get it in to make sure that Freeman only gets a triple.
Not only did he hit it hard, he's got good wheels, so had they not been able to pick that up and get it in, it could have been an inside the Parker.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you want to see is if you're Coach Baker and the South Sevier team is respond after Grand gets 2 in the bottom of the 2nd to come back right there and get the bats going again. I mentioned it earlier, Willie, I think this is going to be a game where you've got to continue to score runs, try to win every inning. These bats are just going to keep continuing to come alive for both these two teams.
Yep, they got seldom used pitchers for both ball clubs. Count 1-1 to Cameron Hesse.
Yeah, and Cameron Hesse's already 1 for 1 with the single his first time up.
So 4-2 ball game here, top of the 3rd inning, scheduled for 7. That was upstairs for ball 2.
Yeah, Cameron Hesse's got to look for a pitch that he can drive into the outfield. Infield's pretty much playing back, so they're going to give up the run, it looks like, on anything hit past the pitcher.
Curveball, strike 2.
Riker Freeman, anything hit other than maybe right down the line to the third baseman or a comeback or right back to the pitcher, he should be able to score. Anything in the air, he's got to make sure he tags up.
Yep, you got to be careful. You don't want to make a mental blunder there on third base. That ball's lifted. That's going to be trouble. That's going to fall.
Yeah, and really good base. Yeah. But you see what he did, too. Yep. He immediately went back. He waited. And that's the difference. Even if he lays out and catches that one, because he's tagging, he's easily going to score. But sometimes we've seen that multiple times where the runner thinks it's going to hit. He comes down and then, say, he dives and comes up with a nice catch right there. That runner has to go back. So really good base running from Riker Freeman and a good piece of hitting from Cameron Hesse to drive in that run and get another RBI and another base hit.
Yeah, Jason McKinney out there to congratulate him. You know, good pitch, just a good hit, good location. Brace Brindley comes to the plate. He got on the error and set first of 2 errors by the second baseman, Ian Ellis, last inning. First pitch to him with Hesse at first base. Cameron gets the RBI. Something yelled into the dugout at Gun County. Not sure what it was, but we're ready to go. Brace Brindley, 284 hitter. He's got 3 home runs on the season, so he's got some pop. First pitch, curveball. Right there for strike 1.
Yeah, Coach Baker going to go through the signs right here. We saw them bunt earlier, which moved runners in scoring position, and that led to a big 4-run inning. No outs runner here at first base. They've already got 1 across. Might look to doing something like that like they did before.
And stays up. Didn't slide up the bat, so it looks like they're going to let Brace try to hit the baseball. Throw back. Try to catch Cameron Hesse napping. Cameron wasn't having any of it. He's wide awake over there. Cameron don't have show any stolen bases. That ball's lifted to the right side. I think it's going to get out of play. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to get down to the bullpen. Cameron Hesse doing the right thing, though, trying to go with the pitch versus trying to pull that pitch.
Well, the sun's finally disappeared behind the stadium here, so it's no longer a problem here. The light's going to take effect. We're in the twilight. Sometimes that can be a little bit of a hinderment. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch hit right at the shortstop hard. That could be 2. First one there. Nope. Not going to get the second one.
Yeah, it was hit hard enough, but Ian Ellis, wasn't able to get to second base as quickly as Bisco would have liked. He had to wait before he could throw him the ball. That give Brindley time to get down the line and beat that one out.
So that'll bring up Jagger Red. Jagger grounded out a pitcher to first base on that bunt. Laid the bunt down to move the runners. Comes in hitting 247. 5-2, throw back. Almost got away from Bowden over there. You got to throw it a long ways up the line to get away from Bowden.
Yeah, he's got a good reach and a good stretch over there at first base.
Here's the pitch. I have been befuddled by the strike zone most of the day, so I'm just going to be quiet about it from now on.
Yeah, leaves that one down.
Ball 1. Curveball driven into center field. Jax Carroll back there. He's got it for out number 2. F8.
Yeah, that ball was hit pretty good, but Carroll already playing deeper than normal went back and was able to make that catch. I think part of that is, Riker Freeman hits that one over. It wasn't really over his head. He was shifted playing towards that right center field side, but just when you hit a ball like that, it deepens everybody up.
That'll bring up Payson Mitchell. He got on the second of 2 errors by Ian Ellis out there at second base. First pitch outside, ball 1. We're in the top of the 3rd inning, scheduled for 7, 5-2. 1 run across in the inning on 2 hits for South Sevier. 2 runs on 5 hits for Grand County. Of course, they have 2 errors. That one's inside, gets away from Jason McKinney. For ball 2, and base runner Brace Brindley will trot to second base. So an opportunity for a 2-out RBI here for Payson Mitchell, 284 hitter on the season.
And he's been good in this 9th spot.
2-0 pitch. That's grounded foul. Well, Coach Baker slapping his hand. He said, I think he had a pitch to hit there. A little late recognition, I think. Two outs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Brace Brindley at second base. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Ooh, good stop there by McKinney to keep Brace Brindley there at second base. 3 balls, 1 strike. Take us back to the top of the order if Payson Mitchell can work his way on. Takes a called strike 2. He had one to waste.
Yeah, just kind of looked back. He just making sure that was called for a strike and that he kind of understands the zone back there. 3-2 now.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to stay outside for ball 4.
Yeah, McKinney holds that one there for quite some time, and he didn't like it. Neither did Bowden there at first base. He's super frustrated out there at first base. Thought that was probably strike 3.
Well, I'm not going to say anything here. I've been talking about the strike zone most of the game here. Cannon Barney with a chance to do some damage. Runners at first, second. He popped up to the second baseman the last time up. First pitch, way outside for ball 1. Well, got Biggs Northrop, the big bat, in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier. This tough lineup to face 1 through 9 for South Sevier.
1-0 pitch. Runners are all going. Ball's going to get by and into foul territory. He's going to have to score in a hurry there to go.
Well, they just basically manufacture a run right there by getting those runners going and draw the throw. Gets away down there at third base and allows both runners to move up.
The E2 is going to score a run and allow the others to move up. Oh, we're mad here. We got Cannon Barney.
Yep, Brindley scored on that, and then Payson Mitchell able to get to
there we go.
Third base.
Yep. I'd already marked it.
Cannon Barney looking down, getting the signs from Coach Baker, but 2 outs. He's just got to try to find a way to score that runner from third base, come up with a 2-out clutch hit. He's going to walk him, and that's one thing, too, with Barney drawing the walk. You got first, third again here, and good speed on first base.
Big Northrop, the big bat in the lineup, coming up. You can go down and talk it over. I'm seeing the coach. Yep, there he comes. Coach Carroll coming out of the dugout. Yep, he's going to call for the right fielder. So we're going to make a call back to the studio. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
Tabs Financial is proud to support our local high school baseball teams located at 180 North, 100 East, Suite C in Richfield. Owner Haley Tabs is happy to help with all of
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery, and sushi made fresh every day. Get all this with hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Nolan Anderson back here. The only reason we know who the new pitcher is because we saw him calling from right field. That's going to be Braden Altoff. Put the numbers out in the outfield to replace him. We have no idea that it's a black jersey with a red numeral, just the red outline numeral with the black background. So
we're maybe guessing that's Lane Berry in the left field.
Yeah, big kid. Yeah, I think that is Lane Berry. So they moved Dowd to right field.
Yeah, I believe so.
Let's go with that. J.T. Dowd to right field. Lane Berry. I'm pretty sure you're right there just from the stature.
Yeah.
We're down to going on the stature here. So Biggs Northrop's going to face Braden Altoff. 3.65 ERA, 7 2/3 innings, 8 base on balls, 12 strikeouts. Biggs doing a base on balls and got on a fielder's choice. Came in hitting .442 with 9 big flies. First pitch outside for ball 1. By big fly, folks, we mean the round tripper, the dial-o type, the dinger, frozen rope. We could go on all day about those. The first pitch down for ball 1, or second pitch down for ball 2, I should say.
Yeah, Biggs Northrop patient right there at the plate. Lets that one go.
Runners at first and third. 2 runs in the inning, 6-2 right now. Next pitch. Ain't going to say it.
Yeah, right now it's a tight zone. You just got to be patient at the plate. Don't want to get up there and help any pitcher out unless you get your pitch. You're looking for something that you like. Don't help out the pitcher.
That's hit right at not going to get way by the new J.T. Dowd out there in right field. Tried to come in. That may be an inside the Parker. I think they're going to. No,
yep.
They're going to send him. They're going to send him that. But they missed the cutoff. Throw it home there, man. It's an inside the Parker.
Yeah, and he knew it. He saw it get past the right fielder, and he was going for it all the way. And Coach Baker was he had the windmill going out there at third base.
That has some Dutch ancestry here, the way that windmill was running out there. So it's an 8-2, or they got 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. 9. I missed a run there.
Well, and if you're Coach Baker, you really like to see this because if you could tack on a few more here, we're only in the bottom of the third, and go out there and play some defense, you might be able to end this one in 5 and then save some pitching.
So Peyton Ingram comes to bat. Takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1.
You know, one thing I think that's really helped the South Sevier team is they've had the experience. They're state champions 2 years ago. They came up short last year, but they've been here. A lot of these kids were young and part of that, both those two teams, and they've got the experience playing in this type of tournament
And
state
they
championship
have a short
atmosphere.
memory for what happened here just last week.
True.
9-2 here. 5 runs in the inning. Next pitch going to be upstairs. Four in the second, 5 so far in the third.
Yeah, and Peyton Ingram hammered a ball too. His last at bat, picked up 2 RBIs.
Nixon lets that curveball travel. Going to be strike 2.
For the most part, though, I mean, South Sevier has not struck out at all in this game. They've put good at-bats together, and they've squared the ball up really well. They're able to take pitches and then still come up with, even with the 2 strikes, they've been able to shorten up, make the adjustment at the plate.
Counts full. He's going to make Altoff work for it. Here's the pitch. Might have helped him out, but that pitch has been called a strikeout there, so he had to go, and he fouled it off to the right-hand side to stay alive. Umpires used to just be over your shoulder as a catcher. They're set up, a lot of them completely inside, almost like they're standing next. Oop, that gets him in the middle of the back. So, second hit batsman, first one for Altoff. That'll put a runner on first. That'll bring up Canyon Okerlund. Ninth batter in the inning. We got a runner out there. Is that what we got for Peyton Ingram? What number is that? Is that Houston Blake?
I can't see. I'm blocked by the first baseman right there, but
that's a big block too.
Yeah.
We do have a runner for the catcher, Peyton Ingram. Can't see the number. So the first pitch to Canyon Okerlund from Altoff, outside, ball 1.
Yeah, Canyon Okerlund 1 for 2. Had a single and flew out to right his last at bat.
Got on the fielder's choice back in the first. Next pitch, same spot, ball 2. Got Riker Freeman standing in the on-deck circle. Wouldn't he love to have another shot this inning?
Well, yeah, he started it with the big triple.
He's been hot. Next pitch, that's going to get a piece of the strike zone for strike 1.
Yeah, Freeman's just seeing the ball really well, and he has a really good swing, but he swings hard too.
Yep. Big compact kid too. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner up. Maybe the run and hit and run, who knows. But it's strike 2. So did you get a chance to see a number there?
I didn't. Their numbers aren't any easier to see, these dark uniforms.
I haven't seen Houston Blake yet. I'm just wondering, I haven't seen him into the ball game because it looks kind of like him. Next pitch. He stays upstairs. That's a tough one with the strike zone the way it's been to take, but Canyon Oakland shows
I will
some
say
bravery.
this, though, the strike zone stayed consistent for both teams. It's a tight zone. Umpires making you throw it over the plate, challenge the hitters. That's what you got to do.
So we've got time for a second here. Oakland steps out. Altoff looks in. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner again. Going to get him window shopping. What I thought was the same location as the last pitch that was called the ball, but they come up 5 runs. They do it on 3 hits. There was 2 errors in the inning, and there was one runner left on base. So at the end of 2.5, it's 9-4 with Grand County coming to bat in the bottom of the 3rd on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded in 1982 with a simple mission: to shape the quality of life where we live, work, and play. We are proud to serve by providing clean water, increasing access to nature and recreation, protecting homes from flooding, designing safe wastewater systems, and connecting our communities. It is our goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Embark on your journey to radiant skin with Sam Pete Skin Bar. Whether you are looking to address specific skin concerns, kickstart your skincare routine, or simply indulge in relaxation, we've got you covered. Facials, microneedling, seasonal chemical peels, and more. Located at 210 West Main Street in Mount Pleasant, Utah. Visit our website at sampeteskinbar.com or call or text 435-314-6024 to book your appointment today.
We talked about him and his ability to play defense out there at shortstop. He's obviously batting in the 3-hole for a reason, but he just really hasn't been able to put a lot of good at-bats together and get the base hits that he wants. But right here in this game so far today, he's doing it. He's 2 for 2, got the single and now a double.
Hitting like a 440 hitter. That brings up Trace York, 364, 3 home runs. He struck out his first time up. First pitch is a ball. So Bex Christiansen from the left-hand side. Next pitch. There's that high strike. Number 1-1. And Trace York's a tall kid, so we'll give the benefit of the doubt there. The 1-1 on its way. Curveball, swing and a miss.
That's a good pitch.
Good tight spin on that one.
Yeah, I like when he throws that pitch and he can throw it early in the count.
1 ball, 2 strikes. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Yeah, and that's the reason he gets that strikeout, is because that setup pitch with the curveball, it gets him thinking curveball and comes back with the fastball.
Second strikeout.
Number 5, Jackson Carroll.
Carroll from the left-hand side takes ball 1. Jack's a 323 hitter. He struck out his first time up. Gets pitch inside for a called strike. Jack's right up on the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't like that one, but that's a strike. That's a tough pitch when you can paint that inside part of the plate.
You know, as close as it is, if that ball don't hit him, it's got to be a strike. That's upstairs, but they call that one a ball. Yeah, he is just as close as you can be to the plate without being illegal. Next one, down. Ball 3. But you don't want to walk him. Got Tatum Bisco out there at second, although a walk wouldn't be that bad a deal. Set up the force play and a double play. That's hit in the hole. That's going to get by. That's going to score a run. Throw home. No.
Yeah, good piece of hit and gets a single and an RBI right there.
Good base running from Tatum Bisco. Got some good speed.
Yeah. Ingram going to go out and talk to his pitcher right here. That's okay. You know, you got to just keep throwing strikes. At some point, Grant's not, they're not going to give up. They're not going to roll over for you. You're going to have to go out and get them and keep attacking the strike zone. They're going to get their base hits. They're going to chip away, get a run here and there, but you still got a big lead. Just keep challenging the hitters.
The secret there is not to get down 3-1, so
yeah.
you have to pipe
That's
that
what I mean.
Like
you got to challenge the hitters.
Brings up JT Dowd, 364 hitter, base on balls and scored. Gets upstairs for ball one. I had Jacks in with 26 pitches to start the inning. I can't put it. They show, well, not 56. I think that's total pitches. Both pitchers.
Jagger Red had to go get that ball and kind of thrown up the baseline just a little bit, and Carroll couldn't get through him to get to the bag, but was able to crawl in there. He kind of looked up, but Jagger's got every right to go get that ball there at first base, and could have been interesting if it was a better throw.
Ball two. That one's skied. Where's that one at? That's Peyton Ingram calling that one. And he's got it for out number one, or out number two, the P2.
Yeah, Ingram did a really good job as he had to kind of step over the bat a little bit even to make that play.
Yeah, him and the home plate umpire have a little bit of a giggle there about that one. Got to run the obstacle course sometimes there as the catcher. Got a guy in front of you, a guy behind you. Braden Altoff had a double his last time up and scored. Takes ball one. Braden come in with 354 average, 13 runs to start the tournament. Carroll at first base. Ball's lifted foul to the right-hand side. Even things up a 1-1. Well, what you're going to try and do is limit the damage here as Jax Christiansen. They come up with the one run. What you'd like to do is hold him there. Challenge Braden Altoff. That curveball stays way outside.
Yeah, he tried to backdoor curveball, try to break that one across that outside corner. Just didn't ever break like you hoped it would have.
There you go. Comes back. And get just kind of an off-speed pitch there.
Yeah, and he's done a good job mixing it up.
2-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's hit towards the third baseman. That's going to go foul. Canyon Okerlund picks it up. He's going to hand deliver it to Jackson Christiansen there. Or Jax Christiansen. And we'll do it all over again. Braden Altoff going to come back. Count remains 2-2. 2 outs here. Bottom of the third inning. Right now it's 9-3. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's going to stay 9-3. 1 run. 2 hits. No errors. 1 runner left on base after 3 complete. It is 9-3. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Introduces the newest member of the team, Gabe Cranny. Yep, it's now a doubleheader. But who needs insurance? If you own a home, farm, ranch, business, or have a spouse, children, or livestock, you need insurance. Get peace of mind with a winning team to make sure Home Sweet Home stays that way. Call Dan or Gabe Cranny at Farmers Insurance of Richfield, 435-896-5453, 896-5453. America can depend on farmers.
Jones and DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a professional, personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they are committed to providing value beyond the project. It is their goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Serving our local communities is something they are proud of, and it has been their privilege to do so for the past 40 years. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
You're listening to Utah's sports leader, KSBC.
All right, pitching change for the Grand County Red Devils. They're going to bring Lane Berry. Well, the numbers say 31.50 ERA. Just 2/3 of an inning pitched, 2 walks, no strikeouts. So apparently had a tough outing in those 2/3 of an inning. Tells me that he probably did not record an out. That's going to bring us Riker Freeman. Hits out hard at the first baseman. It's going to be a race to first base, but Jack, what's his name? The big guy, Bowden. Galen Bowden beats him there.
Yeah, ball was hit hard right there, but Freeman, he gave it every effort he had to hustle down the line, even trying to slide in head first.
So that'll bring up Cameron Hesse. 9-3 ball game here. We're in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch from Lane Berry is outside to Cameron Hesse. Ball 1. Cameron 2 for 2 in the ball game. Scored a run.
Yeah, has an RBI as well. Just a great game so far.
Next pitch, there's that curveball from Lane Berry. Going to catch the corner. Even things up at 1-1.
Yeah, Lane Berry looks good out there on the mound. He hasn't thrown a lot this year, but that was a good-looking curveball.
Big kid. Doesn't throw that hard. Got a curveball. Breaks 10-4. It was ball 2 to Cameron Hesse. Next pitch. Got the distance to the plate there. He bounced that in about 57 feet out there.
I think that one he kind of looked at his finger too. Kind of maybe the ball stuck a little bit right there. They've had a rosin bag behind the pitcher's mound.
Curveball stays up. Going to get the base on balls. So the first base on balls is given up by Berry. I has that as the 5th. I might have missed one here and there, but it's at least 5 walks. 2 hit batsmen, 4 errors in the ball game.
Now batting number 14, Grace Brindley.
Grace Brindley. On an error and a fielder's choice. First pitch. There's that strange part of the strike zone out there. Strike 1.
And Grace Brindley obviously looking to get his first hit. He's not going to chase that pitch on first pitch of the at-bat.
Oh, it's up over his head. Yeah, he wants to get a look at Lane Berry.
Yeah, McKinney saved a base right there as he was able to go behind Brindley to catch that one. Otherwise, Cameron Hesse moves from first to second base, but nice job defensively behind the plate for McKinney.
Cameron Hesse, no stolen bases on the season. At least Max Preps doesn't tell us any of that. Next pitch is going to be ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Got a runner on first base. 9-3 is your score here in the top of the 4th. South Sevier with the lead. Next pitch. Berry comes right down over the top. He gets some good break, but just can't seem to find the strike zone with it.
No, 3-1 count right here. I would imagine you're going to see Grace Brindley see a pitch. South Sevier trying to start this 4th inning the way they finished the 2nd and 3rd.
Not much of a lead by Cameron Hesse. Oh, swing probably was what was probably ball 4.
Yeah, they're foul ball. Otherwise, Cameron Hesse was trying to get down there to second base, but foul ball.
So got somebody. We got a little bit of a break there at home plate. I think giving Jason McKinney a chance to make sure all the parts are where they're supposed to be. And counts full, 1 out. Hesse at first base. Here's the pitch. Berry outside. No doubt on that one, ball 4.
Yeah, back-to-back walks, and if you're Lane Berry, you got to come in and throw strikes, give your team a chance. You're down 9-3, top of the 4th inning. There's still lots of baseball to be played, but you cannot be giving up freebies. Jagger Red coming up. He has a sacrifice bunt his first time up, and then hit one hard to center field his last time for a F8.
That's the 7th walk given up. Jagger squares. Pulls it back, takes strike 1. I still don't understand that. That kind of a philosophy. Get up there. Either lay the ball down, swing the bat. Most umpires, if that's close, are going to call you. Strike 2.
Yeah, Coach Baker saying, hey, stay within yourself right here. Shorten up. Just put something in play.
That's a good stop out there by Jason McKinney to keep the base runners where they are on one that was in the dirt and about 4 foot outside. They're going to shake it off again. I don't think he's still feeling the results of that.
It's
previous,
tough, you know.
Yeah.
You get in these games and you're catching game after game after game. It's tough. You know that, Willie, better than anyone.
Next pitch upstairs for ball 2. That'll even things up at 2-2. Yeah, it's kind of like playing a hockey goalie, you know, without a stick.
Yeah, you got the gear on, but you're also crouched.
Oh, they're going to ring him on that one. That's the strange part of the strike zone to Masterman. I'm sitting there watching the monitor. That ball, to me, is out of the strike zone and possibly a little bit up.
McKinney's going to call time, go out there and talk to Lane Berry.
But you know what? Maybe I ought to shut up because I haven't really seen the hitters complaining that much. I've seen the pitchers complain when they don't get the call out there.
Yeah. Well, every pitcher wants it to be a strike.
Well, they don't throw many balls. Not at this level.
No. Payson Mitchell reached on the E4, got an RBI his first time up back in the 2nd inning, and then drew a walk back in the 3rd.
That's going to find a hole. That's going to score a run. Here comes the throw home. It's going to be offline a little bit and get cut off. So they get that run that they gave up in the last half of the inning back. In the bottom of the 3rd, they gave up the 1 run, so they get that one back. 10-3 is the score. Bowden comes in to talk to Lane Berry, who had come back to cover back up home plate.
Well, Payson Mitchell's been tough in that 9 spot, man. He just he's come up clutch time and time again, and then just turns the lineup over. South Sevier adds another run here in the top of the 4th inning to make this 10-3, and still not done.
Back to the top to Cannon Barney with 2 outs. It's upstairs for ball 1. Lane Berry's had some problems finding the strike zone, and when he does, South Sevier's found a hole. 1-0 upstairs, ball 2.
Yeah, he thought about it, but Cannon got a really good eye at the plate. We see him take a lot of pitches. He really works the count well. And the thing that he does is he gives the on-deck batter and those in the dugout, those coming up, gives them a chance to see a lot of pitches.
Well, and ball 3, and you know who's in the batters, who's in the on-deck circle over there. He bats ahead of Biggs. Northup wants to give him a shot. Biggs has come up with 32 RBIs to come into the tournament. So 3-0, 2 outs. He's got to come. They're going to give him all automatic. That's that strike upstairs there.
Yeah, and he took a little bit off of that one to make sure he threw it in there for a strike.
pitch. That's upstairs for ball 4.
Yeah, back-to-back walks for Cannon Barney now. That's going to load the bases.
Gotta bring up Biggs Northup. No place to put him.
Number 18, Biggs Northrop.
Yeah, it might, infield's all coming in together. Don't see any movement in the grand dugout until now. Yep.
And he's got somebody out in the bullpen warming up. So
he's calling the bullpen.
Well, he goes to the mound. We're going to head back to the studio. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Life's hard. Don't make it harder. Shop the Jorgensen Automotive Group.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy.
And structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
It's never too early or too late to be thankful for new carpet or flooring. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring has a huge inventory and the service to back it up. Just come in and pick it out, and Shepherd's does the rest. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring will help you get rid of those old carpets and flooring and replace them with new stain-resistant carpets or luxury vinyl planks. Shop 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday, Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Check out Shepherd's at 410 North Main in Richfield, and the deal's done.
Your home for high school sports, KSBC.
Okay, we're back. As near as we can tell, you know, read these numerals. Number 13 is Brady Dawson, the new pitcher for Grant County. No pitching stats on him. So he's going to come up and he's going to face Biggs Northrop. Number 2 hitter in the lineup, big bat in the lineup for Coach Eric Baker. There are 2 outs. He had a little trouble finding the strike zone in his warm-up pitches. Let's see how they do here. First pitch, right straight down over top. Strike 1. Maybe that was just Kadik play.
Yeah, all you got to do is throw strikes. Maybe you can throw something in there nice and soft and see if you can get Northrop to pop it up and end this inning.
There's the curve. He popped it up back behind, had a good look at that curveball, just got underneath it. I'm not sure that's where he wanted to leave that one. 0-2 to Biggs Northrop. 10-3 here. Top of the 4th. That was outside. Tried to tease him.
Yeah, Northrop doing a nice job laying off that pitch. Didn't chase. Still got to protect the plate with 2 strikes.
Northrop had the inside the park home run his last time up. Swing and a miss. Got him on that one.
Yeah, and that got a little rise out of the crowd in the dugout. That's a tough
first strikeout in the ball.
Yeah, a tough player to face right there. Biggs Northrop with loaded bases, but he does the job, gets them out of it, and South Sevier only gets 1 run. But at least they get the 1.
Yep, and they leave 3 up there. So One run on one hit. There were no more errors, and there were 3 left on. So after 3.5, it's 10-3. Grand County coming to bat in the bottom of the third on the bottom of the fourth on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
10-3 is your score. Grand County coming to bat, down by 7.
Anytime you put up a crooked number, it's usually a long inning.
So
There's been a few of those.
This must be Brady Dawson batting in 13. Yep. His first pitch upstairs for ball 1. Replaced Lane Berry, who replaced Brecken Dawson, who replaced somebody else, or Altoff, and
Yep, Dawson just a sophomore for this Grand team.
1-2 from Jack Christiansen.
He's facing a sophomore.
Yep. Outside. For ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. What you want to do is come in here and hold them scoreless.
You know, South Sevier still playing. They haven't really, I thought they might sneak their outfielders in a little bit and play a little bit more shallow with Dawson coming to the plate, but they haven't. They're just going to stay where they're at, make sure that nothing gets by them. They got the 10-3 lead.
Oh. They say he didn't go. I'd like to see the replay
Yeah,
on
both
that one.
the reactions from Peyton Ingram and Jagger Red there at first base said it all, I think, as they both just thought, absolutely did he go, and umpire says no, he didn't.
The first baseman, that first base umpire getting the earful from the dugout there.
Yeah, it looks like number 6 coming in. That's Romeo Williams to run bases.
Romeo Williams running bases for Dawson. I ain't got no place to put him, so Romeo.
Coach Carroll pretty much emptying the bench here in this game.
Well, it's a do-or-die ball game here. That brings up Kalen Bowden. First pitch. It must have been outside. Can't be too high for this kid. It's got to be at least 6'6". Okay, was that the letters for me? Throw over? Nope.
Call a balk. Yeah. Gonna send Romeo to second base.
I didn't see it.
He's going to go out there and explain it, but I think he was leaning towards home when he threw over.
Eric Baker's out. I didn't see it. I mean, but to me, like, just lifted the leg and went to first all one move. They talked about changing speed, but he started slow and just went slow.
Maybe not really seeing the umpire say a lot, but maybe kind of came set and then, maybe he said he kind of come set and then set again, like flinched and then went over.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
That's the explanation it looks like he gave.
Yeah, well.
Once you come set, then obviously if you move, you got to throw straight over or come straight home. And it's almost like they're, according to what we could tell from here, as he went out and talked to the pitcher and explained that, it looked like maybe he kind of flinched, like he was going to move, separate his hands, and he didn't, and then he threw over.
Well, to throw over, you got to
Yeah.
separate your hands. So, swing and a miss by Bowden.
It's like a double pump in basketball, right?
I guess.
Kind of double clutch there, and I think that's what he explained from what
I
I
was
could tell.
watching it here, and like I said, I didn't see it. I've gone to watching this, trying to watch the strike zone. Because I ain't believe what I'm seeing here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, got a runner on. Outside. Oh, you kidding? I was about to say that one's outside, but strike 2 to Kalen Bowden. Even with the tail on, the fastball is going to tail away there. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Yeah, Jax Christiansen continues to throw well for Sal Sevier. I believe that's his 5th strikeout.
Number 10, Ian Ellis.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He wasn't pitching the first inning. I guess it was 4 or 5, yeah. Well, I had 1 down for Biggs.
So
But
4
that's not
strike.
right.
Yeah, so 5th.
First pitch, or second pitch, 1-1.
Yeah, Ian Ellis, the leadoff hitter here, the second baseman for Grand, flew out to right field, had a single and an RBI.
He's got some pop. You got to be careful. Next one's curveball. It stays up.
Yeah, and he's a patient hitter too. We've seen him draw walks. He'll get hit by a pitch, whatever it takes. So you got to go at him.
Swing and a miss. He went after that one.
Yeah, that one he was a little too aggressive on that 2-1. I think he expected a better pitch, and that pitch was kind of up and out of the zone, but he chased it.
Said I'll show that announcer's booth what I'm made
Yep.
of. 2-2. 1 out. That one's outside. Tried to get him to chase another one. That's the old fool me once thing.
Yeah, full count. Have first base open, so you don't necessarily have to just give in right here. Maybe try to hit a spot, paint a corner.
Yeah, well, you're going to bring up Tatum Bisco is the only problem with that one.
Well, Jason McKinney first.
Yeah, that's right. Can't read my own. Yeah, all I got to do is look at it. So base on balls, number 2
Number 20, Jason McKinney.
for Jax Christiansen.
And McKinney comes up. He's 1 for 2, has a single, and then he hit into that 6-4-3 double play to end the inning.
Number 3, actually. I missed one back there. Third base on balls. Ball 1 to McKinney. Well, you don't want to put too many on. Got the 10-3 lead. Right at that's going to be the double play.
Yeah, and Jagger Red fires it up and around the horn right there. At least the third baseman, Kenyon Okerlund. Line shot right to him at first base. He catches it, steps on the bag to end the inning.
So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. After 4 complete, it's 10-3. South Sevier coming to bat in the top of the 5th inning on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
At CVMC Medical Clinics, our growing team of physicians and advanced providers are shaping what rural health care can be. With an array of specialties available in world-class orthopedic medicine, our footprint is always expanding to ensure our personalized approach is reaching as many as possible. Familiar faces and expert knowledge, all of our locations can offer your family full-spectrum care in one place. Available in Nephi, Santaquin, and Fountain Green. CVMC is the place where health care is made personal.
Oh, come on, Raf. That's simple human sense.
Call Corey Sorensen in Richfield or Cena Rasmussen in Salina for Sorensen Levitt Insurance.
Your source for high school sports.
KSVC.
Okay, we're back. Top of the fifth inning in a 10-3 ball game. South Sevier coming to bat with that 7-run lead. They'll bring Peyton Ingram, Canyon Oakland, and Riker Freeman to the plate.
Leading off for South Sevier, number 6, Peyton Ingram.
Brady Dawson came on last inning. Threw 4 pitches, got Biggs North at strikeout with 3 runners on base. First pitch downstairs for ball 1 to Peyton Ingram.
Yeah, and McKinney was really trying to get him. You know, you saw his stance there, the catcher's behind the plate, getting down really low, trying to keep these pitches down.
It's down where he's at, but a little too down. That one bounced again. 2 balls, no strikes. That ball's skied to right there. That's going to get down. That's getting all the way to the wall. It's a question of how many he's going to get out of it. He's going to try for 3, and I think he's going to make it. Standing there, well, sliding in safely with the triple.
Well, the last time South Sevier started with the triple to lead off, it was Riker Freeman, and they turned out into a big inning, and we'll see if they can do the same thing here as Ingram starts them off with a big hit into left center field.
Yeah, Canyon Okerlund coming to bat. Canyon 1 for 3. Struck out looking his last time up. Riker Freeman in the on-deck circle. First pitch. Outside, ball 1.
Yeah, Okerlund lays off that pitch. He knows he's got to get a pitch that he can drive that runner in, even if it's a sac fly. Infielders are staying back, so anything hit other than right to the pitcher or third, he should score.
Tried to hold off, and that ball got the end of his bat that stayed up in the strike zone for strike 1. Dang, he says.
Well, you and I had that game Tuesday over in South Sevier when they played Monticello. They put up 22 runs and just really hit the ball well. They've continued throughout this tournament, and especially in this game today.
Yep, that ball's hit towards the hole. That's going to go up the arm of the third baseman, Trace York, for the E5. That'll be the 5th error. The run scores. And that's going to bring Riker Freeman up with a runner on first base. He touched them all last time up.
Yeah,
so
Freeman
11-3.
1 for 3.
Freeman?
Yeah.
2 for.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, 1 for 3.
1
Yep,
for 3.
grounded out that hard to
Yeah.
first base that last time up. First pitch right there on the outside corner.
Well, and you can see this time, especially with Dawson out there, they're trying to pitch him away. You leave him anything middle in, and we've seen what he can do with that pitch.
Might pay the premiums. Next one. Ooh. Late recognition on that curveball.
He had the dugout keeping them alive and alert if they're not already over there in the first base dugout, Sal Sevier teammates. He was trying to send him a souvenir. He turned all the way around on that. That's how much he was out in front of that pitch.
Yeah, no real velocity from Brady Dawson. Next pitch. Ooh. He had another one and had a good hack at that.
Well, it looked like McKinney, he was set up in the left or the right-handed batter's box because Freeman's left-handed, so he'd gone clear out and was setting up about 12 inches off the plate. Pretty good spot that time from Dawson, but Freeman is still able to reach out and get a piece of it and foul it straight back.
Next pitch, way outside again. That's where he wanted to be last time. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you can see in right field, too, Althoff, how deep he's playing.
Big hole still out there in right center. Oh, that's driven deep. But right at the center fielder, Jax Carroll, for the F8 and out number 1. Kenny Okernan playing that the only way he could, went halfway in case the ball's dropped. No chance to tag. Jax Carroll got a good arm out there.
Yeah, and he had him played perfectly as Freeman just got a little bit too much underneath that pitch and was able to sky that one into center field.
Cameron Hesse, 2 for 3 in the ball game, 2 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch, runner's going. That's hit towards the third baseman. York's up, throws across the diamond for the 5-3 put out number 2, but the runner advances.
Yeah, nice play from York. Kind of backhanded that one a little bit in front of him almost, but nice strong arm.
Well, Brace Brindley got 3 home runs. He comes up, he's walked, got on fielder's choice, got on in an error. First pitch to Brace, so went for 1 down, fouled it off. Back behind, Jason McKinney can go out and talk to Mr. Dawson.
Yeah, I think he's just telling him, hey, good pitch right there, but we've got first base open. Let's not give him anything too good. Let's work the corners, keep the ball down. That was a good pitch on the outside part of the plate, and Brindley maybe chased one. That was a borderline pitch, but, obviously it was a pitch he was looking for from Dawson on that first pitch.
So the 0-1. See if my voice can hold out here. Good thing old Robert Lovell stepped in for me earlier in the day. Next pitch. That's hit towards the third baseman. He bobbles it shortly. Then he goes across to first. They get him on the 5-3 put out.
Yeah, and that time York thought about getting Canyon Okerlund in that rundown between third and second, but he decides, never mind, I can get the force out and threw it, but almost hesitated too much and gave Brindley plenty of time to get down the line, but he comes up with the strong throw and gets him by 2 steps.
So 11-3 going into the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people, and many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years, and there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery, and sushi made fresh every day. Get all this with hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
We've got the choir outside, it sounds like. Ball 1 to Tatum Bisco. The 1-0 right there, strike 2, or strike 1, I mean. Second pitch, right there in the corner. 1-1. Curveball. Yep. Back up the middle, 3 for 3. Up, that gets by. We're going to end up at third base.
Yeah, just got under the glove at Freeman there in center field, and give Cannon Barney a lot of credit. He didn't just give up on watch Freeman try to field that one. He was moving that direction. It gets under his glove and rolls to the center field wall, but he's able to pick it up and get that ball in quickly.
Let's see if they throw an error up there after the.
Yeah, it's got to be a single and then an error.
So the first error in the ball game. It's a 2-run error, 2-base error.
Chris Jansen comes back with strike 1. Gets ahead on York.
York has struck out twice.
Yeah, he struggled against Chris Jansen.
Jax Carroll, a left-hand hitter in the on-deck circle. JT Dowd if we get that far.
Yeah, curveball just stayed out, but not a bad pitch. You're up in the count. Try that, see if you can get him to wave at one or chase something down in the dirt right there.
Next pitch. That's stride towards Freeman. That's going to score the run. He does make the catch for the F8.
Yeah, good base running from Bisco as he tags up. Nice sac fly from Trace York.
So they get the one back that they gave up in the top half. Makes it 11-4. That brings up Jackson Carroll. 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Number 5, Jackson Carroll.
Left on left here. This is a battle that Chris Jansen has to win.
Yeah, Carroll won it last time, had the single and the RBI.
Yep. Came too fat with the 1-2 pitch. Oh, man. Got him right in the helmet.
Yeah, that one just slipped away, but that's why you wear a helmet. Looks like he's all right. He just trots down to first base, but that one definitely rattled the cage a little bit.
Yeah, you can hear that up here. So 11-4. Got a runner on first and 1 out.
How many pitches do you have Jax Christiansen for?
I had him down for 60.
Yeah, they're showing 90, but I think that's just in this game, right?
Yeah.
Altogether, pitches combined.
60 and 20, I don't know. They're counting. Yeah, he's definitely not at 90.
Yeah.
Ball 1. fouled off.
J.T. Dowd with the walk and the pop-up to the catcher. That was the one where Peyton Ingram made a really good play, kind of had to step over the bat, catch it foul, just out of the, kind of by the on-deck circle a little bit.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Infielders playing for the double play.
Or 2 balls, 1 strike. I guess that 3 up there is the player number. Strike 2. 2 and 2.
Yeah, J.T. Dowd thought that was a little bit down, but it's going to be in there for the strike.
Next pitch stays outside. I think Jax Christiansen at this point in the game trying to be a little bit too fine.
Yeah, you got a good lead. Just go pitch to contact, meaning throw strikes, let them hit it, let your defense play behind you.
That ball's lifted. Who's going to get it?
Yeah, Brace Brindley, nice job.
F6, out number 2. That'll bring up Braden Altoff. Or whoever this. Yeah,
Yep,
it's still
it is
Altoff.
He's 1 for 2, had a double and a strikeout.
Came in hitting 354 to start the tournament. First pitch, outside, ball 1. I'm going to have to go back and count the pitches because I had Brace Brindley with 15, or Biggs Northup with 15, and they're showing 96. Ball hit off to the right-hand side, but it's going to get foul. Out of play.
Jagger Red covered a lot of territory right there. As he made that a lot closer than what I thought it was going to be. I thought there was no chance, but he was in a full sprint towards the bullpen right there and just kind of ran out of room down there by that shed we talked about earlier. Gave it a great effort, but just a long strike for Jax Christiansen, 1-1 count.
Nice spot there on the outside portion for strike 2. One-two pitch. Ooh.
I think Altoff
Everybody
was
else
actually
on the left side was headed to the dugout.
Well, and even Altoff, I think he was stepping out, maybe thinking he's going to get rung up, but he's going to get another chance.
That was way outside, no doubter on that one. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There goes the runner. That ball's hit towards the shortstop. Going to go across the diamond for the 6-3 put out. And the 3rd out. So 1 run. On 1 hit, there was 1 error. First error in the ball game. And 1 runner left on.
After 5 completed, South Sevier 11, Grand County 4.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded in 1982 with a simple mission: to shape the quality of life where we live, work, and play. We are proud to serve by providing clean water, increasing access to nature and recreation, protecting homes from flooding, designing safe wastewater systems, and connecting our communities. It is our goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Embark on your journey to radiant skin with Sam Pete Skin Bar. Whether you are looking to address specific skin concerns, kickstart your skincare routine, or simply indulge in relaxation, we've got you covered. Facials, microneedling, seasonal chemical peels, and more. Located at 210 West Main Street in Mount Pleasant, Utah. Visit our website at sampeteskinbar.com or call or text 435-314-6024 to book your appointment today.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Go to the top of the 6th inning. It's South Sevier leading Grand 11-4. Jagger Red at the plate facing Brady Dawson. South Sevier with 9 hits to Grand's 8 hits, but the scoreboard, the 4 errors have been part of that damage that's put up there by South Sevier, as they put up 4 in the 2nd, 5 in the 3rd, and then 1 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th, looking to tack on more here. Jagger Red down in the count, 0-2.
Yep, 0-2 pitch. Ooh.
Jagger knows the strike zone a little better than we do
from
from up here.
Somebody
That's
in the
for
ballpark
sure.
knows the strike zone, because I'm still wondering about it.
Lays
One
off
ball,
that pitch.
2 strikes. That's ripped. Well, they're going to call it foul.
Baker tried to plead his case, but he's saying, hey, you missed it by an inch. That ball was turned on. Jagger Red just missed one. For sure would have been 2. You never know. There's a lot of, it's like a jigsaw puzzle down there. You got the bullpen in the corner, and then actually the
If
the
it
field.
hits that one angle on the bullpen right there, that thing's going to shoot toward the KUDO sign.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's for sure a double, but you never know on how that ball caroms off the wall or the fence out there.
1-2 pitch, going to even things up, 2-2. Jagger 0 for 3 in the ball game. He's hit the ball hard a couple times. Struck out his last time up, goes full.
You know, I've become a real fan of these turf baseball fields. They've been really nice. We've seen a rain delay. Other than the hard rain you had to stop for, you were able to get right back on there. Some rain through the night. We had a few sprinkles earlier on, but these fields have played really nice.
Waves at 1 up there in the strike zone for out number 1.
Number 32, Mason Mitchell.
Well, they can't take the foot off the gas. You get too anxious and stuff like that, take the base on balls. Take what they give you. Don't hit their bad pitches. Make them come to you. Payson Mitchell comes up, gun on an air, base on balls, and a hit. First pitch is a ball.
Yeah, Payson Mitchell's done a nice job, both defensively at second base, also at the plate.
Nice pitch upstairs, ball 2. Yeah, get us back to the top. Let's get some runs. Put some runs on the scoreboard. You got to keep putting up runs each inning at a team like Grand. They're not the die type. Patton's right towards the third baseman, York. He comes up, throws the strike across to Bowden for out number 2.
Yeah, and South Sevier knows that all too well, as we talked about it, that pod down there in Grand. South Sevier was up 4-1. They got a bigger lead, obviously, here tonight, but you just never want to give up. Continue to win every inning.
Number 7,
Cannon Barney, top of the order.
Cannon's 0 for 1.
Yep, popped up to the second baseman, walked twice, scored once.
And hit by a pitch.
Yep. Drove that one towards Baker there at third base.
We're going to give him an E on that one.
Yeah, I went right through. He should have squared up on that one. He's going to go
He's
get
backing up now because he doesn't
umpire,
want
the umpire says get him back in the box there.
He didn't want Cannon to turn on another one, hit down there at him.
0-1. Next pitch. That's hit right back up. And that's what they need to be doing to Dawson instead of trying to jack the ball.
We mentioned Cannon Barney 0 for 1 coming into that at-bat, but he was hit by a pitch. He's reached twice by walks, So he's been on base 3 out of the 4 plate appearances, and then in his 5th plate appearance, he gets a base hit. So he's been on 4 out of the 5 times. Great on-base percentage.
This was the first man to face Dawson. Got Biggs Northup strike out on 4 pitches.
Yeah, and you can guarantee that Biggs Northup, he's been thinking about that last at-bat for the last inning and a half.
Take strike 1. He wasn't real convinced that that was the strike, but takes it anyway. So the 0-1 on its way. There, that was hit sharply. Is that going to stay in the ballpark? Guy hits right at the bottom of the fence. The run's going to score. Biggs is going to hold up a second. Better get back there. There we go.
Yeah, nice job of Kalen Bowden sneaking in behind him, following the runner. But nice piece of hit. And I told you, Biggs Northup remembered that last at-bat for about an inning and a half. He was waiting for this opportunity.
Yes, he did. He came about, man, what do you suppose that fence is? 9 foot tall out there?
Yeah, he probably hit that one 360, 370.
Right at the base. So if he could have got another 10-foot elevation out of that, he'd have had him in the 10th home run of the season. Got a visitation there at the mound. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I think Coach Carroll out talking to the umpire. Same thing, not sure exactly what he's talking to the umpire about. South Sevier now leads 12-4 after that double and an RBI. That was a big hit with 2 outs, too. You pick up that 1 run. Grand got one back in the bottom of the 5th, and you come back in the top of the 6th and match it.
So 8-run lead here. Peyton Ingram. 2 for 3 in the ball game. Curve ball. Misses upstairs. Ball 1.
Yeah, and he looks down to Coach Baker. I think Coach Baker's just saying, hey, go ahead. If it's in there, swing away.
He's got some pop in his bat. He's got 2 home runs on the season. 405 hitter. Ball ripped, but that's hit right at the left fielder. Positioned just perfectly for the F7 and out number 3, but they come up with 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors in the inning, and there was 1 runner left on base. So after 6.5, 12-4 with Grand County Red Devils coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning, down by 8 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a information, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Night.
No danger from this guy right here. Strike one. Here, just pound right there. 3 straight fastballs and make him hit his way on. No, curveball. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Hey, Jax is out there. He's trying trying to get some more strikeouts.
Come on, man. 2 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, now you just got to take a big, deep breath and play catch with Peyton Ingram behind the plate. Brady Dawson trying to find a way on once again.
Well, and the other thing is they need him to be around here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, true. 84 pitches coming in. They have the total on there for both
89
pitchers. But
now.
yeah.
So this will be pitch number 90. Gets him. Oh. Are you watching that right there?
I was
Are you watching the same game I'm watching?
I'm
Holy
watching
cow.
the same game, different view.
Holy cow.
Going to have a runner come in. That's number 6 again, which is Romeo Williams.
Romeo. Wherefore art thou? You're at first base. So
back-to-back walks.
Back-to-back walks
good,
to the.
Yeah, good job of making the pitcher work if you're Brady Dawson.
Next pitch. Outside, ball 1. Yeah.
If he starts over like he did the last time when he walked Brady Dawson, he was able to get Bowden on the strikeout. This isn't Bowden, though. This is Caden Swayze, so they've pinch hit for Bowden. Yep, Caden Swayze's come in to bat for Bowden.
There you go, pound the zone, make him hit his way on. Caden Swayze. 322 hitter with 17 runs driven in. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
And this is his first at-bat in this game, but he's typically been in the lineup, but because of pitching and how Coach Carroll's had to play this, he's had to move guys around.
That ball's lifted to the right-hand side, out of play.
Yeah, had a good cut at it, but Jax Christiansen's ahead 1-2 now. And you don't want to waste too many pitches with that 8-run lead. You want to still challenge him, but you don't want to throw it right down the middle.
That's 94 pitches. And he's got no outs. 95.
Yeah, left that one up in the zone. Want to keep it down around the knees and corners, whether that be on the inside or the outside corner.
Time's called at the plate. Oh. That ball's lifted foul to the right-hand side. Pitch number 96.
And South Sevier is getting some work down in the bullpen now, so they're getting prepared if they've got to bring someone in here to replace Jax Christiansen. Once he runs out of his pitches, he can throw 110, and at that person, when he hits the 110, he can't finish that batter.
Holy cow. This is turning out to be a Pepto-Bismol moment for me. Ball 3. Spot up there that's been a strike most of the ball game. That's right up the middle. That's going to be a double play. There's 1. There's 2.
Yeah, a really strong arm from Brindley to zip that one across. Nice play, Mitchell, to get that one started for the 4-6-3 double play.
2 outs on pitch number 97. Back to the top of the order.
Yeah, if he can get Ellis here, he might be able to finish the 7th. He's got to come right at him and hope that Ellis swing in first or second pitch and get him out.
First pitch, ball 1. Last thing you want to do is, if you have to go to the bullpen, is leave the man by the mess. Ball 1. Fouled off straight back.
Yeah, Ellis was right on that one. Just got a little bit underneath it, missed it.
99 pitches.
1-1 count, 2 outs. South Sevier with the lead, 12-4.
Pitch number 100 is way out.
Yeah, he's tried that backdoor curveball and he's just left it out. He needs to just throw that over the outside corner, even if he breaks it right down the middle, or start at middle, break it over the inside part, but he's got to make an adjustment and bring that in over the plate.
Pitch 101.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of pitches in counts where he needs to just challenge these hitters. Leaves it down.
So base on balls on pitch number 102.
Yeah, and that's the second time in a row that he's walked Ian Ellis. In fact, the last time he did it, Jason McKinney came up behind him and hit that line drive to Jagger Red at first base that he was able to catch and step on the bag for the double play.
That's knocked down. Christiansen going to go to first. Nope, throws it away. Here comes the run home. Got him. Oh.
He can be glad he was safe because Coach Carroll had the stop sign up. He had both hands up, and he ran right through the stop sign and just barely beats the throw in at home. Like you said, Willie, you thought maybe he had him. It was a bang-bang play. And for his sake, he's grateful that he was safe, because I'm sure Coach Carroll would not have been happy, as, like I said, he had both hands up and he just ran right through the stop sign.
Yeah, second error in the ball game. Peyton Ingram goes out to talk to Jax Christiansen. I think he had time to set and throw on that one once he picked it up, but he tried to.
We've seen that a few times where the pitcher has made really good plays on the mound, and then times when they've tried to make a play and it's ricocheted off their gloves and turned into base hits.
That's going to get by Peyton Ingram. The runner's going to advance. 12-5.
Yeah, no lead is a safe lead.
Pitch number 104. We got number 3 hitter here, Tatum Bisco. He's hit the cover off the baseball today.
Yeah, he really has.
There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He almost started head back to second base. Did McKinney, as he thought, or sorry, that's not McKinney. He's got the base runner out there for him.
Yeah.
It's McKinney's spot, but yeah, Jones in there running for him. Thought maybe the foul ball, almost headed back to second base, but wisely Coach Carroll says no, stay on the bag.
Pitch number 105's outside. He's not going to make it to the 7th inning. That ball's whipped towards Riker Freeman. Did he get it? Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
That ball was almost hit too well. It was able to get to Freeman in center field. He makes a nice diving catch coming forward. Had that one dropped in, that would have scored a run and kept the inning alive.
106 pitches. So they come up with 1 run. They do it on.
The Red Devils in the bottom of the 6th, they scored 1 run on 1 hit.
I guess they give him a hit.
1 man left on base.
One man left on, one error. So at the end of 6 complete, 12-5, we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
At CVM's
It's really kind of thrown some handcuffs, more or less. They scored 2 runs on him.
Yeah.
Yep, 2 runs. First pitch. It's that sidearm curveball, stays upstairs for ball 1.
Okerlund comes to the plate. He is 1 for 4. Got a single and reached on the air his last time up and was able to pick up an RBI.
Nixon stays upstairs for ball 2. Now I like this approach, not getting too anxious. He can throw you some pitches. You've got the advantage here,
yeah.
You know.
12-5 lead. He's down 2-0 now.
Ball 3.
Yeah, 3-0. You're going to see at least one pitch here.
Last 3 hitters to face him from South Sevier only saw one. Well, they hit Swanger at their second pitch. Full automatic in there.
Yeah, cut the inside part of the plate.
Ingram F7 with 1 ball. Northrop, well, he got the single with the 0-1 count. So did Cannon Barney. That ball's skied towards center field, but a lot of room out there. Jackson Carroll's got it for the F8 out number 1.
Yeah, ball was hit well, but Carroll, he's calm, cool, and collected out there in center field. Pretty smooth center fielder out there, makes a nice catch.
Yeah. Squared up, get on top of the baseball and see if you can't get some base hits. That'll bring up Riker Freeman.
That Freeman is 1 for 4.
Yeah.
He's hit some balls hard, though. He's got the triple, and then he's hit a couple other balls really well.
Oh, looking to bunt, talking to himself.
I like that out of him, though. We've seen that a couple times. You know, here's a guy that's been able to hit for power. He's hit one out of the park today earlier. He's hit a triple, but I'm not afraid to lay a bunt down for a base hit.
Next pitch bounces. Yeah, he's already laid one down for a hit today in the earlier ball game.
Yeah. Shows you, where he is as far as the team. It matters, I'm not worried about trying to pad my stats as much as let's help the team get on base any way I can.
Ball stays upstairs for ball 2.
Got to stay within himself right here. If he gets one, though, he's got to be able to make good contact, square it up.
That's going to be right out to second baseman. Over to first, could bounce it. Ooh, get the snow cone, but Bowden holds on to it for out number 2 on the 4-3 put out.
Yeah, that pitch was a little bit outside. He kind of hit around the baseball, rolls over it, grounds it out to the second baseman. Nice play that time from Ian Ellison, or Ellis.
So, Cameron Hesse.
Hesse's 2 for 3.
Yep.
2 singles, an RBI, and a base on ball. So he's reached 3 out of the 4 plate appearances.
Strike 1. That gets him.
Yeah, ball's not thrown hard enough, so Hesse just stays in there, lets the curveball break right into him for hit by pitch. You know, you look out on their scoreboard, first inning, both teams put up a goose egg, and then it was South Sevier winning the second inning 4-2. They win the third inning 5-1. They also win the fourth 1-0, and then each team in the fifth and the sixth has put up 1 run. So South Sevier putting up the big numbers and winning 3 of those 5 innings.
Leaves him with the 12-5 lead here in the top of the 7th. With 2 outs. Brace Brindley at the plate. Brace got some pop in the bat. First pitch in the dirt. Good stop there by Jason McKinney.
Yeah, and Hesse kind of thought about it, but he didn't have a real good secondary lead over there, so he realizes I'm just going to come back into first base. Still got to be aggressive, though. You get that good primary, good secondary, you pick up an extra base, then you score a run right there.
That ball's lifted to the right side. He got turned the right field around, but he turns around to make the catch on the F9. That's going to end it for the South Sevier Rams in the top of the 7th inning. In a 12-5 ball game, we'll be back for the bottom of the 7th on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Since 1947.
At CVMC Medical Clinics, our growing team of physicians and advanced providers are shaping what rural health care can be. With an array of specialties available in world-class orthopedic medicine, our footprint is always expanding to ensure our personalized approach is reaching as many as possible. Familiar faces and expert knowledge, all of our locations can offer your family full-spectrum care in one place. Available in Nephi, Santaquin, and Fountain Green. CVMC is the place where healthcare is made personal.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
Teb's Financial is proud to support our local high school baseball teams located at 180 North 100 East Suite C in Richfield. Owner Haley Tebs is happy to help with all of your individual and group health insurance needs. At Tebs Financial, they can also offer a wide range of investment options, including IRAs and college savings plans. Stop in or call 893-2107. And remember, Babe Ruth once said, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Securities offered through Parkland Securities Company, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Tebs Financial is independent of Parkland Securities.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on KSVC.
Okay, new pitcher trying to finish out the bottom of the 7th inning and close things on the Grand County Red Devils is going to be Nate Anderson. We got no numbers on Nate. Big right-handed kid. Got a good tailing fastball. We saw a curveball. When he needs here, his strikes.
Yeah, Nate's a junior for the South Sevier Rams team. Comes in with a 12-5 lead. Bottom of the 7th. Grand's down to 3 outs, and that's what South Sevier's trying to do. They just need 3 outs. If they give up 1 or 2 runs, they'll be happy with that as long as they can get those 3 outs.
They're at the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. All over 300, 323 there. 363, 323, 364, 354 for the first 4 that he's going to face. Trace York, a 364 hitter. 0 for 3 in the ball game. That ball's hit lazily into center field. Going to be a base hit.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that was York. That looked like a different number. I think Coach Carroll pinch hit someone. I'm not sure if that was number 35, Colin McFarland, or these numbers are really hard. It's a black uniform, and it's just barely trimmed in red, but different pinch hitter right there for Trace York. Trace York was 0 for 3, and pays off for Coach Carroll.
Well, this says Jackson Carroll, but that doesn't look, that's too heavy for Jackson Carroll.
Yeah, I think Coach Carroll's deciding to give some other guys an at-bat right here. It looks to me like it's number 6, Romeo Williams.
Romeo.
Still bats left-handed, though.
Yep. Takes ball 2. Come on, Nate. We need strikes, buddy.
You know, Coach Carroll's done a nice job with this ball club all year long. A lot of people thought this Grand team was one of the dark horses, and they've had a good run.
There's a called strike. Makes the count 2-1. Nobody out. One runner on first base. 12-5 here. Bottom of 7. Outside. Nate Anderson has one job. Come in and throw strikes.
Yeah, and it's tough after you give up that hit right there. Then you try to maybe be a little more careful with your pitches instead of just challenge the hitters once again. Got good defense behind you.
Well, base on balls. Somebody needs to go out and remind him. That's just my own opinion. There we go. Third baseman Kenyon Oakland comes over and says, "Hey, throw strikes.
Yeah.
Let us play with you here."
And this will be JT Dowd coming up.
JT Dowd, 364 hitter. 0 for 2 in the ball game.
Beans him.
Well, you know, the other thing, and I mentioned to you at the start of the inning, however many pitches here he throws today, you've got to deduct from.
Baker's not going to waste any time. He's seeing deja vu. He's going to go to the bullpen, and I believe it's going to be Stockton Roberts. Kind of the way it looks as he's running in. Not sure if that's who it is or not yet.
It looks like him.
Don't think it is.
Who else you going to burn up?
Nope.
Man. Where's that? So Nate will leave the ball game with the bases loaded. Leaves his teammate a mess. Only down 7. And it's already now that gets you to the 7, 8, and 9 hitter. Can you guys read the number there? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go to a break, and we'll be back once we know who this pitcher is.
The City of Monroe is proud to have its own power company and to support South Sevier athletics. Monroe City Power delivers nice, bright lights for every South Sevier athletic event at home. Having a public power company enables Monroe City to provide community improvements that could not be afforded otherwise, while keeping rates down at the same time. The City of Monroe and Monroe City Electric Department are proud of their South Sevier Rams and wish them well in all endeavors.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game.
getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Call Corey Sorensen in Richfield or Cena Rasmussen in Salina for Sorensen Levitt Insurance.
Your connection for high school sports.
KSBC. Okay, we're back. Looks like Cameron Hesse going to try and close it out. Got the bases loaded. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. Strike one. There's where you need a good starting point.
Yeah, Braden Altoff.
You're 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, and he's 2 for 3. He's hit a double already earlier today. Back in the second inning.
That 5-3 put out for out number 1. The run scores. So it's 12-6.
Yeah, and that was a smart play there from Okerlund. Kind of thought about it. Do I go to second base? But you'll trade the run for the out. Nice job just shooting that across the diamond. That's all you need to do on the infield. Don't worry about those 2 runners. Your play is at first base, just getting outs.
Yep, you can trade an out for a run here and still end up winning 12-8. But you don't want to get back to the top of this lineup. That brings up Brady Dawson.
Well, Dawson, we've seen him.
He's walked.
He's drawn 2 walks. He's been really patient. He's a tough out at the plate.
Strike one.
Good job from Hesse. He comes in, does his job, though. He gets a ground ball out, and he starts a first pitch strike here to Dawson.
Just throw the fastball there, Cameron.
Yeah, it leaves a little bit up out of the zone, but the fielders playing straight away. Leave that
2 upstairs.
Yeah, a little bit up in the zone. Got to get it down to Dawson. Not a big kid. Not a lot of strike zone to work with. You just got to challenge him, play catch with Peyton Ingram behind the plate.
That's it toward the shortstop. Oh, no. Took something off. It's going to cost him 2 runs.
Yeah, that ball gets away. Past first base, and 2 runners come around, and that's going to put Dawson at second base. So 12-8. Still 1 out right here. You can still afford to trade he's in scoring position, yes, but Coach Baker doesn't like it at all. He's going to come out and talk.
Yeah, you can't stop playing. You got to play just like it's the first inning. Come up throwing.
Yeah, this is going to bring up Swayze.
Yep, be the 9-1. 9-1 hitters yet.
Actually, it's not Swayze. They've re-entered Kalen
Bowden.
Yep. So they've re-entered him, and then they're right back to the top of the order. But Coach Baker's seen enough, goes out there and talks to the players and lets them know that he wants to see them make 2 outs here and end this game.
Okay. 12-8 ball game here. Bottom of 7.
Yeah, there is someone else down there in the bullpen warming up, but he's right against the fence down there in that right field corner, so can't see who that is.
Kalen Bowden on. Number 9 hitter. 317 hitter. First pitch. Fouled off to the left-hand side for strike one.
Oh, we talked about it a couple times. Coach Carroll's emptied the bench. He's made all sorts of changes, and so far everything seems to be working for him.
Next pitch hit by Brindley. He knocks it down, keeps it on the infield.
That's a tough one. I'm not sure how they're gonna count that as a hit. Yeah, that was a tough one. So I think that is a hit, and that's what they give him on the score. So base hit, first and third, and right back to the top of the order. Ian Ellis. Ellis has hit a home run earlier in the game, or not in this game, but earlier in the game before.
Even if run now, it's a one-run ball game. Yes, he steps off.
That's what I was going to say. Even if he does hit a homer, you still have the lead, but the lead's dwindling as Grand's already put up 3 here in the bottom of the 7th.
First pitch curveball, strike 1.
And Hesse's done his job. I think he's done a good job. He's came in, he's thrown strikes, he got the first out, and then just an error, and then that was a tough kind of in between. It is given a hit, but another tough play.
That's it right up the middle. That's going to score 1.
Well, that does now bring up the tying run to the plate.
The tying run to the plate with the big hitters coming up. Ian Ellis with the base hit. He's at first. Bowden's at second. There's just 1 out. Jason McKinney.
Gritty team, this Grand team. They're just tough, gritty. Don't give up. South Sevier's been in the lead this whole game and pretty much in command, but right now Grand trying to make a late push. They've made it interesting as they bring the tying run to the plate here with just 1 out.
Ball 1 to McKinney, 431 hitter. Strike 1.
Yeah, you look. He kind of wanted it, then he laid off, and umpire says, "Yeah, that's a strike." But once again, I like the demeanor of Cameron Hesse on the mound. He's not rattled at all, just coming and throwing strikes.
He's in the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 12-9 ball game. Tying run at the plate.
Just off the plate there. 3-1 count. Would be interesting to see if McKinney's swinging on anything close here with the 3-1 count, or if he's going to see a pitch.
He's swinging. That's. Oh no! Wheels have come off here. Grace Brindley had a chance to pick up the ball and step on second base and go across for the double play, but couldn't find the handle.
Yeah, that now brings
E6.
And that's going to make another change, and this time it is, I believe, Stockton Roberts going to come out. And Coach Carroll's coming up. Looks like number 8. Oh, that's, yeah, Tatum Bisco come to the plate. And I believe that is Stockton Roberts going to go out there.
Well, while we figure out what's going on here, we'll take a trip back to the studio on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery, and sushi made fresh every day. Get all this with hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded in 1982 with a simple mission: to shape the quality of life where we live, work, and play. We are proud to serve by providing clean water, increasing access to nature and recreation, protecting homes from flooding, designing safe wastewater systems, and connecting our communities. It is our goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
That's Tatum Bisco, who is 3 for 4 in the ball game today.
Yeah, and you got to play. You definitely got to play no doubles defense. You got to keep everything in front of you. Something to the wall right here could clear the bases and tie this game.
Ball one. This is the 9th batter of the inning. The 1-0 pitch from Stockton Roberts. Outside, ball two.
Yeah, Stockton's got to dial it in right here and get strike one in there. Good pitch.
There's strike one.
Yeah, he does just that. And kind of either way it was a strike, but kind of a half swing there from Tatum Bisco.
That ball's lifted foul back here behind us for strike two.
Yeah, Roberts right now 2-2. He can throw whatever pitch he wants. Got a good curveball if he wants to go to that. See if he can't sit down Bisco. Bisco's had a great game, though. He's 3 for 4, 2 singles, a double, and then lined out to center field.
There you go, strike three. Oh, no.
I thought for sure that was it.
I don't know what this guy's been looking at. Man. All right. That'll bring the count full. I'd like to see the replay on that one. I guarantee you I'd like to see the replay on that one.
Yeah, Baker's trying to get him to ask the other umpire, but he's not even going to ask him. He's only going to ask the first base umpire. And it is the first base umpire's call. It's not the guy behind the mound. He's never going to be able to see that. If he's at third base on a lefty, then he can. But that was just a tough call. I thought for sure they had swung and pulled the trigger on that one, but they call it they say he didn't, and ball three.
What's lost in it is I thought it was a strike anyway.
Uh-oh.
Nope, not quite enough. Ooh. So the F7.
Right off the bat, though, that did not look good if you're a South Sevier fan, but lots of room here. Didn't even get to the warning track. Nice play out there in left field for the out.
So 12-10. But the tying run is over there at first base. Winning run is at the plate. 2 outs. This will be the 10th batter in the inning.
And this is going to be Trace York. He's going to re-enter. Trace is 0 for 3 in this game. 2 strikeouts and a fly out to center field.
So Trace York to face Stockton Roberts.